in NBA 2K20 MyLeague / MyGM, I'm going over the best 10 players that you can possibly trade for in the game. Now guys, disclaimer before we even get into the 10 players, you got to know, with my experience in Madden franchise and in NBA, MyLeague or MyGM, what I can tell up front is that the trades in this game are so much more difficult than what it is in Madden. Yes, there are trading sliders that can make it a little bit easier for you to acquire players, but I'm keeping them on the base sliders. And in this video, what you will see is a ton of overpaying for players, which might make a lot of you think that a lot of these trades aren't worth it, but still, you guys wanted me to make this video, so I do want to go over the best players that you can trade for. Now, once again, it's gonna be a lot of overpaying. But the whole point of this video is the fact that the players that are higher overalls than the ones that you see in this video literally don't even try. Like LeBron James's, you could offer like Blake Griffin, you could offer Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, you could offer Kyrie Irving all in a deal and still not be able to acquire like LeBron James. Like once again, there's players in this game that are impossible to get unless you adjust the trading sliders. But I do like the fact that there are trading sliders in 2K20 MyLeague. But guys, hopefully you do enjoy today's video regardless. And if you do, make sure to smash that like button. Once again, guys, the more support these 2K videos get, the more likely I am to keep them consistent on the channel. And once again, if we can smash like 2,000 likes in this video and keep that consistent, I very well might come out with a MyLeague series with an expansion team on the channel. I have some ideas in the works, but it all depends on the support these videos do get. Once again, I know these videos can get a lot of dislikes and a lot of hate because these trades seem ridiculous, but you guys wanted to see it, so I still wanted to bring it out. So with that said, jumping right in, and it is going to take me like going into franchises with different teams to get more assets to bring in these players, so you'll probably see me trade with a bunch of different teams in today's video. So the first player that we are going to trade for in today's video, Mr. Jimmy Butler, 88 overall from the Miami Heat. Now, what's it going to take to bring this man in? Yes, once again, what I could do is simply go to Trade Finder to make it easier for you, go to the Miami Heat, and we could just get the computer to auto-generate a trade if it was possible. So Jimmy Butler, submit that, and as you see, it would take Kyrie Irving, Wilson Chandler, and there's two different offers that could possibly make this deal be acceptable. We're going to try to have it be accepted with some draft picks and have it take a little bit less to go through than what that Trade Finder did propose. So once again, Mr. Jimmy Butler with Miami Heat, what's it going to take? Once again, guys, it's going to be ridiculous. But let's just try off the bat. Now, DeAndre Jordan's not going to work. I think it's just going to take like Kyrie Irving straight up. I don't even know if this will go through straight up. Submit this through. We like what we have as far as this concerned. So a 4.5-star player for a 4-star player won't even go through straight up. A 91 for an 88, and this already shows you off the bat how difficult these trades are in 2K20, but you guys wanted to see the video. So with that said, I mean, this is just for people that like maybe they have favorite players that they want to bring to their favorite team, and I'm sure you can create some assets via some three-way trade and stuff like that, but this video is just for educational purposes. But with that, let's throw in a couple of the first-round draft picks that we have. A 2022 first-round draft pick. We're not interested in this trade. So how about the second from this year? We also add in another first down the line, a 2024 first. Submit this through. They're still not interested in the trade. So now if we go and add in the first from this year, this has got to be accepted. Kyrie Irving, 3 first-round draft picks, and a second from this year for Jimmy Butler. Still not accepted, dude. So let's try DeAndre Jordan in the deal as well. And then we throw in one of their 1-star players, Udonis Haslem. Submit that through. Finally was accepted. Jimmy Butler has been traded over to the Nets for this first trade in today's video. So that might already have cleared my assets to trade away for today's video with the Nets, but we'll keep on trying. So the next player that we are going to attempt and try to trade for in today's video is going to be the man, the myth, the legend, LaMarcus Aldridge. Now, he's a 3.5-star player, so it might be a little bit easier than some of the other trades that we are going to try to attempt in today's video. So how about just Jimmy Butler straight up? Why did he just went up to 3.5 stars? to 4 stars here. So NBA 2K20 trying to finesse me in this video. You see it live here. So Jimmy Butler straight up is probably not going to work. We like what we have as far as this trade is concerned. So throwing in some picks here. We have a lottery protected first round pick. Submit this through. Still not accepted. So once again, adding some players. So a first round draft pick from 2023 in this deal. Still not accepted. Continuing down, let's go with another second round draft pick that we have from 2021, and still not accepted. So let's see if it takes another player. So the only thing that I don't like in 2K20 trading is the fact that you have to have the same amount of players going both ways. So I can't like offer Jimmy Butler, and if I wanted to, just for video purposes, Kevin Durant for LaMarcus Aldridge. I also have to go in, if I have 2 players in this deal along with draft picks, I have to go in and just like if I want to try to get the man in the trade, try to offer like their worst player, so it's like only a 1-star player. So Keldon Johnson added in this deal, it is still not accepted. So how about Jarrett Allen in the deal? And then once again, like their lowest overall player, this guy, I'm not even trying to pronounce his name, he's a 1-star player, still not accepted. Dude, this game is mental. Absolutely mental. So how about this point guard, Spencer Dinwiddie? And it's still not accepted. Oh my god, dude. So let's try to find this guy. 1.5-star player, still not accepted. So just for video's sake, it is possible to bring in LaMarcus Aldridge, but it is very difficult. So just for video purposes, how about Kevin Durant? Straight up. And still not accepted. 2K is crazy, dude. Absolutely crazy. So this has to work, right? Finally. So it takes Kevin Durant and a first-round draft pick to be able to trade for LaMarcus Aldridge. This game, mental. And I also did want to point out for today's video, I am turning off all of the trade restrictions, which obviously will have an effect, but I just did that to make the video a little bit easier, and I'm trying my best to avoid triggering any of the restrictions regardless, but just to make the video a little bit easier, we do have them off. So I did have to go through and make another MyLeague, this time with the Golden State Warriors, so it can have some bigger assets to trade away in deals. So for this first trade with the Warriors, we're going to go out and attempt to bring in none other than Mr. Paul George, which this is one of the trades where you're gonna be like, dude, what the heck? This is gonna take so much. He's a 93 rated player, 4.5 stars. What is it gonna take to bring him in? I want to try to shy away from using Steph Curry in a deal. So we'll try Klay Thompson. We'll also try Draymond Green. And we'll also add in like the worst player for the Clippers, who's going to be 69 overall, Terrence Mann. Submit this through. It's not going to be accepted. I already know this deal is going to be absolutely mental, dude. So we're now going to try to throw in some of the first round draft picks that we do have on the squadron to our arsenal. Now submit that through. Still not accepted. So Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, 2 future first round draft picks for Paul George. Still not accepted. So we have a couple more picks, but they're second rounders that probably won't be accepted. And it wasn't. Maybe instead of Klay, we do offer Steph Curry just for video purposes. Submit that through. Still not accepted, dude. This just shows you how crazy this game is. So how about Steph Curry and Klay Thompson? And how about we take out these first round draft picks? How about this straight up? Still not accepted. Game is insane. So how about the 2 first round draft picks added back in this deal? Still not accepted. So how about the second round draft picks? So 2 seconds, 2 firsts, Klay and Steph Curry for Paul George, and it is still not accepted. So now we add in Draymond Green. This has got to work, right? Worst player on the roster, Patrick Patterson. Submit this through. Finally, this game is mental. Absolutely insane. Paul George has finally been accepted. For Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, a bunch of firsts, a bunch of seconds, and Draymond Green. So Paul George has been traded to the Golden State Warriors. Now I might have to go ahead and make a whole entire other franchise because Jesus Christ, we have nothing else that we can trade away for the video. But next player, we are going to try and attempt to trade for Blake Griffin. Like, I don't know if we have enough to trade for him at this point. So how about D'Angelo Russell, for Blake Griffin. We also throw in a couple of these like 3.5-star players, 2-star Looney, Cauley Stein, and we'll also throw in some of their lowest rated players. I want to try to avoid using anybody that's actually really... I want to try to avoid using Paul George in this deal. Submit this trade. It's still not accepted. So we have like just a few draft picks, which is just not going to work, I don't think. And still not accepted. So instead of Looney, or how about instead of this guy, we throw in Paul George. How about Paul George straight up for Blake Griffin? How about that? Will this be accepted? Will this actually be a simple trade? We're not interested in this trade. So for Paul George and Blake Griffin, like straight up, they're not accepted. So how about D'Angelo Russell added in? And now we added one of the worst players, Thon Maker. Submit that through. Yes, that was accepted. That's a lot. Once again, that was your disclaimer at the beginning of the video. This video, not going to be easy to make. Now using the 76ers and the next player trying to trade for Luka Doncic from the Dallas Mavericks, 88 overall, took the NBA by storm last season, 87 rated, super young, 4.5 stars. What is it going to take to bring in this young superstar? So how about Joel Embiid, straight up a 91 for an 87. Of course it's not accepted, and when you get this message and it says a player is considered untouchable, that's when you know you're going to have to overpay a ridiculous amount. So with that said, what else is it going to take? So about Al Horford added into the deal, a new Dallas Maverick. We also added one of their worst players, a 72 rated Ryan, not even going to attempt his last name, a 1-star. Submit that through, still not accepted. So if we try to add a couple of the draft picks that they do have, a first from 2023 and another first round draft pick in the future. This one's going to be from 2022. Submit this through and still not accepted. Do we have another first round draft pick by chance in 2024? How about this one? Still not accepted. So how about we take out Al Horford and we throw in Tobias Harris instead? Submit that through. Jesus Christ. How about Al Horford and another 1-star player from the Dallas Mavericks, Courtney Lee? Submit that through. Finally was accepted. Takes a lot to get Luka Doncic, but still a huge superstar player you trade for. Just takes a little bit too much to bring him in. Now gonna try to get a huge superstar. Gonna take a lot to bring this man in, but 91 overall, Russell Westbrook, one of the newest members of the Houston Rockets, a 90 rated player, 4.5 stars, almost a 5-star player. We already know this is going to take a ton. So how about, I don't even know if we have the assets to bring him in. So right off the bat, Ben Simmons and Luka Doncic added into the deal. So, I mean, it is a 4.5-star player for a 4.5-star player with the 3.5-star player added in. That's a young one in Ben Simmons. I don't know why he's not even a 4-star player. With this being the case, we're going to have to throw in a 1-star player, Michael Frazier. Submit this through. We like what we have as far as this trade is concerned. So when it says this message, I realize it's a lot easier to make these deals like end up being accepted compared to the ones that say we consider a player untouchable. So I like the potential this one has, but it probably is going to take the first round draft pick that we have here. Submit this through. Wasn't accepted. We don't have another first round draft pick, so maybe we add in a couple of the second round draft picks that we do have, although the other teams really don't value the second round draft picks whatsoever. So submit this through. Ben Simmons, Luka Doncic, the first in 3 seconds for Russell Westbrook, still not accepted. So we probably will have to add in a third pretty good player. So how about Josh Richardson for another 1-star player on the Rockets? We're going to go with Gary Clark. Submit this through. Finally was accepted. But it takes a lot. It takes basically a really good point guard, Luka Doncic, and it takes Ben Simmons to bring in the 91 rated point guard from the Houston Rockets. So restarting with the 76ers to try and complete these last 4 trades. I like the amount of like starting value that the 76ers have that you can use in a trade. Now the next superstar trying to bring in Mr. Klay Thompson, 90 overall from the Golden State Warriors. Let's try Joel Embiid straight up for Klay Thompson, although for some reason he went from a 4.5 star down to a 4-star. So I mean, this should be accepted, right? We like what we have as far as this trade is concerned, of course. So let's try not adding in another big player, Josh Richardson, and also add in a 1-star player here, Jacob Evans. Submit this through, still not accepted. I'm trying to get away without having to trade away Tobias Harris, Ben Simmons, or Al Horford. So Kyle Quinn, of course, he's a 1-star player. That sucks. So anybody, Trey Burke, I know he's a 1.5-star player. And we also added another 1-star player here, Jordan Poole, a 1-star, submitted through, is probably going to take some draft picks. So how about first round draft pick from 2022, submit this through, still not accepted. We have a couple more that we can add into this deal. Another one from 2023, still not accepted. So how about another first round draft pick from 2024, submit this through, not accepted. So Joel Embiid, Josh Richardson, Trey Burke, and 3 firsts for Klay Thompson, not accepted. So that's a little discouraging. So instead of Josh Richardson, how about like Al Horford in the deal? They got one of the 1-star players, and not accepted. That's just stupid, isn't it? Josh Richardson added in the deal, so 2 3-star players. We also added another one of those 1-stars. So 3.5-star player and a 3-star player, and Joel Embiid for Klay Thompson. Still not accepted. This has to be enough now. Now, if we add in the first round draft picks, I feel like this has to be enough for this trade to finally be accepted. This one is probably one of the most ridiculous ones we've had in today's video. This is insane. Absolutely in-goddamn insane. So 3 firsts, Al Horford, Josh Richardson, and Joel Embiid for Klay Thompson. Not accepted. This game is so dumb, dude. Oh, this is so goddamn aggravating. So Tobias Harris. And how about Al Horford now? Submit that through. Still not accepted. Mental scenes here on 2K20. I'm trying my best to not have to trade away Ben Simmons, but it might have to be him. So once again, 3 first-round draft picks. Al Horford, Tobias Harris, Joel Embiid for Klay Thompson, not accepted. Oh my god, this game is going to make me pull my goddamn hair out, although there's not much of it left at this point. Ben Simmons, and now one of the 1-star players. Now this has got to be accepted, right? It hasn't been. Oh my, this is probably the most ridiculous trade we have done in this video up to this point. We might not even have what it takes to bring him in. Still not accepted. Like, what does this even mean? Like, what are we even trying to do here? Like, this is stupid. Like, why am I? This is actually, like, this is so freaking stupid. So 2 firsts, Josh Richardson, Ben Simmons, and Joel Embiid for Klay Thompson. Oh my, eat me out, dude. This game is so ridiculous sometimes. So 3 firsts now. Finally, dude. Finally! Decided to use the Mavericks to try to complete these last 3 trades as the next player attempting to trade for 23-year-old, 89 overall young superstar KarlAnthony Towns, who is a 4.5-star, so saw how hard it was to bring in a 4-star Klay Thompson, so I can only imagine here. Now, we only have a few players that we can trade away, so maybe this was a mistake, but we do have Luka Doncic. Submit him through, so he is a 4.5-star or 4.5-star. I know this just isn't going to be accepted. Now we have Kristaps Porzingis, who is also a 4.5-star. Now we throw in one of the 1-star players. Come on now. We once again like what we have as far as this trade is freaking concerned. So how about Tim Hardaway Jr.? Also, we have this youngster, Jalen Brunson. So 2 more 2-stars. If they have a couple more 1-star players, maybe, just maybe, and nope, of course not. So this is going to be difficult. We do have a first-round draft pick from 2020. That's valued at 3 stars. So maybe this will be accepted. Still not accepted. So how about another first-round draft pick valued at 2 stars? Submit this through. Finally! Thank Jesus! So to hopefully complete these last 2 trades of the video, we are using, yes, the LA Lakers. Now, first player with the Lakers we're going to try and go out and trade for is none other than the man, the myth, the legend, 90 rated Nikola Jokic from the Denver Nuggets. 90 overall, 24 years of age at the center position, a 4.5-star player, one of the highest rated players we have trade for, or attempting to trade for in today's video. And obviously, I'm going to try and attempt to have this trade be accepted without adding in, obviously, LeBron James or Anthony Davis. But let's just see. Kyle Kuzma, also DeMarcus Cousins, also add in Dwight Howard, and also add in JaVale McGee, who they're probably not going to. How about Caldwell Pope? So it's a 3.5-star player, a 2.5-star, 2.5-star, 2-star, and add in a bunch of like 1-star players in return from the Nuggets. And maybe there's some bit of potential here, probably more than likely not. Made it through, and it's just not even close. So how about draft picks? We have a first from 2020, And I think it's the only draft pick that we can possibly use in this trade. Submit that through, still not accepted. So I think, unfortunately, it is going to take LeBron James or Anthony Davis to bring in this human being. So how about, like, Anthony Davis straight up? Like, so it's a 5-star player for a 4-star. It's still not accepted. So how about we add in a first-round draft pick? It's still not accepted. So this just shows you once again, the trading in this game is so goddamn difficult. They're just not interested now. So Anthony Davis, a first and 2 seconds, they're not going to trade Nikola Jokic for him. They don't want Anthony Davis straight up for him. So ridiculous. We'll also add in Dwight Howard in the deal. And Mr. Caldwell Pope. Come on now, please. Finally, it was accepted. It took a lot. It took a whole lot. But Anthony Davis, DeMarcus Cousins, and freaking Dwight Howard. But hey, we do bring in the man, the myth, the legend, Nikola Jokic to the team. Now with that said, dudes, finally time for the 10th and final trade for today's video. And I have no idea if we're going to be able to make this be accepted with the current Lakers assets that we have. But of course, we have to go out and get the #1 overall draft pick from this prior year, Zion Williamson. 19 years of age, 82 overall, 4.5 stars. What's it going to take to bring this man in? Come on now, LeBron James straight up for Zion. And he's somebody that they consider untouchable. So it is going to take LeBron James being added in this deal. But we'll just try not at first. Nikola Jokic. Also add in JaVale McGee. Add in Kyle Kuzma. Also add in Avery Bradley. Throw in some of the 1-star players that they do have, if they even have any. I think they should have a few. Williamson, come on, one more. We have Nicolo Melli. Submit this through. Still not accepted. I don't think we have the first steal. About this, still not accepted. We have another, well, we do have another first. So 2 first. Nikola Jokic, JaVale McGee, Kyle Kuzma, Avery Bradley, 2 first, and yep, it's gonna take LeBron James, isn't it? It's gonna freaking take LeBron to bring in Zion. So LeBron James, Nikola Jokic for Zion Williamson. It's still not accepted. This game is crazy, dude. So now we throw in those first-round draft picks. Now this has got to be accepted, right? Finally. It takes LeBron, it takes freaking Nikola Jokic, and it takes 2 firsts to bring in Zion. NBA 2K20, we're trading for superstar players, is literally equivalent to entering the realms of hell.